All right, let's talk about sum and difference or product to sum identities here for just a second. Now these are useful, the most useful I feel like, usually when I've used them, when we start solving trig equations. That's going to be in our next unit. And so this is just a little introduction. Don't stress out about it. They're pretty straightforward to use. You just plug it in. So I want to show you an example here. So again, we've got a bunch of them. Our product to sum, just like they sound. You take something that's multiplied, cosine times cosine, you turn it into the sum, right? Addition. Sine times sine, sine times cosine, cosine times sine. Sum to product, just the opposite. You take something that's added together, sine plus sine, turn it into something that's multiplied together. So there's different reasons, different situations where these would pop up. So let's just look at this example. So evaluate the product, cosine times cosine. Exactly. Let's go find the formula that's going to match that. Well, of course it's this guy. So I put them all up here. Let me just circle it so you kind of focus on what we're looking at. So cosine times cosine. So here's my alpha basically, and here's my beta, my two different angles. Okay, just kind of matching the formula. So let's use this formula. Now here's the cool thing about this. 105 and 75, neither one of those on the unit circle. But watch what happens when we use this. So I'm just using this formula here. So we've got 1/2 times cosine of alpha plus beta. So 105 plus 75 plus cosine of alpha minus beta. So 105 minus 75. Now let's clean things up. Let's see where this takes us. Well, cosine of 105 plus 75, that's cosine of 180 plus cosine of, what's 105 minus 75? Well, that's 30 degrees. Hey, 180 and 30 are both on my unit circle. So let's see what happens here. So cosine of 180, if you look at your unit circle, cosine of 180 is -1. Cosine of 30 degrees is √3/2. So now let's just simplify this a little bit. Again, let's get a common denominator here. And so, in fact, I guess I could just distribute, but let's combine this first. So this would be -2/2. So if I have 1/2 times -2 plus √3 all over 2, and again, all I did was get a common denominator, turn that into -2/2. And so now you could distribute, I guess, or even just leave it like this probably. It kind of depends on how they're going to show their answer. In fact, I'll just leave it like this. That's probably fine. The only difference, you put it over 4, right? So there we go. So really not too bad. You just apply the formulas. They're basically plug and play. Pretty straightforward. I'm not even going to put any of these on the practice assignment today, but they can be very useful. Want to make sure we're aware of them. Know that we've got another tool out there.